Okay, good evening. Yes, today we learnt about all reference techniques in how many ways. So JavaScript can refer and access
Recording
HTML. We learnt
stopped.
about that. Next, after understanding it,
Recording in progress.
we need to know how to handle in JavaScript. You need to know about the output and first output techniques. In any computer programming language, we have to understand how to handle input and output. Output is nothing but presenting a value to the user. Yes, output techniques in JavaScript, how we can present value. What is difference between HTML and JavaScript is HTML is a markup language. Markup language means it is used only for presentation. But JavaScript is a programming language. Programming language, generally what it will do, it will take input from user, it will process that input, generates an output, and renders the output to the client. So actually, uh, every programming language accepts input from user, will process the input and generate an output, generate a result, or you can say response, and render response as output. This is actually the work done. It will take value from the user, it will process that value, it will generate a response, and finally that response must be shown to client. That means it should be displayed as output. So in every programming language, you have to learn how to handle input and how to handle output. In JavaScript, first we will see how to handle output. What are the various output techniques? In JavaScript, output techniques, we have alert, we have conform, we have document dot write, we have console, log, error, debug, and warn, like things, etc. We have options like inner HTML, we have like outer HTML, and we have like inner text. These are all the output techniques used in JavaScript. What is difference between them, we will see. So there are so many output techniques. First, as a developer, you have to learn when to use this, how we can present output. So let's see what is difference between them. What is alert, what is conform, document write, how to use them, how to work with them. Let's see. For that, I am writing a small program here. So let's open a small program. Yeah, let's write a program here. Our application, right? Full stack web app. Okay. Now I will simply create one program like output HTML. Okay. Now here, let's create doc type, HTML, head, title, some output, and here I will give body, in that a heading. So I am just giving click delete button. So click delete button to delete record, something like that. And below that, I'm just giving a button called delete. Yeah. Now this is the design we are. Now when user clicks the button, I want to show a message saying that record deleted. That means output. We want to display output saying that record deleted. So how you can show output? First question, when you want to show it? When delete clicked. That means for delete button, we have to write an event called on click. On click, we will write a function click. Okay. This function we have to write in the script. Script function. What is it? Delete click. So delete click will fire up automatically when user clicks this button. Now how to show output? So first technique, you can display output by using alert. Alert. What is the purpose of alert? First we will see what is alert. Actually, it is used to display it is used to display a message in message box, that pops up in browser window, It is used to display message in message box, which will pop up in the browser window. What is problem here is, what is good, what is bad? Good is it will not allow to do any another task until or unless you confirm. Until or unless you confirm the message, it will not another task. It will not do allowed to do any another task until or unless you confirm. Very important is, but what is problem is, the problem is it will not allow to cancel. It will not allow to cancel. That is problem. That means compulsory confirmation. That means only okay, no cancel. That means it is not good every time, right? For example, see how to display. You can just display alert and your message. Whatever message you want, you can give there. Generally, alert, these dialogues all are RC data type. That means if I want to display more than one line, then what you have to do? So alert, you can write line 1, after that /n. Generally in HTML for line break, we have to use BR. Here we have to use /n, and we have to write line 2 like this, line 1, line 2 like this. For multiple lines, you have to use /n. So see here what I am doing. I am simply writing alert. I delete record /n. I will put a message. Record will be deleted. Record will be deleted. That is message. Now let's run this and see. When I click on delete button, now output comes in a message box like this. This is alert. But what is Good, what is bad? What is good is it will not allow to do any work until or unless you confirm. Because sometimes what happens, you might have seen so many times, you are filling a form. It's a lengthy registration form. Somewhere problem occurred, but you are not noticing it. You are not noticing it and clicking submit, submit, submit. Every time it is showing same page. It is not submitting and you are not identifying the problem because it is showing the problem somewhere in the page and you are not noticing it. If I give like this, if I give that message in an alert, then he will compulsory notice. And very important is he cannot do any another work until or unless he confirms it, right? Until or unless you confirm it. So Abhishek, check your side. Yes. Right. So now you see here. So technically, this don't have cancel. There is no close button. There is no cancel button. But you may think like, sir, I can press escape. Escape is equal to OK. Escape is equal to OK. That means you put escape, then it will cancel. But not cancel. It is confirm only. That means escape is also equal to OK only. So the problem here is you cannot cancel it. Suppose unknowingly I click delete. I want to cancel. Is it good? This is not good. You want to show some mandatory message. They have to click OK and continue. Then better go with alert. So by using alert, you can display output. But what is problem with alert is it will not allow to cancel. It will not allow to cancel. That is one problem with alert. So example, I will give this. I will copy this. This is example for alert. Okay. Now what you can do is you can use confirm. Confirm, it is similar to alert. Similar to alert, but allows to cancel. It is similar to alert, but allows to cancel. That means same like alert only, but it will have cancel. But remember, so cancel will not work. Cancel will not work directly. You have to define its functionality explicitly. That means you have to tell what cancel have to do extra explicitly. It will not do automatically. That means, for example, you see here confirm. Instead of alert, just remove alert and put a confirm. And see now what will happen. I click on delete. It is showing same like alert, but cancel is there. But as of now, I click OK or cancel, both are same. As of now, by default, OK, cancel, both are same. You have to tell what should happen on OK, what should happen on cancel. Manually, you have to tell. How to tell that? Actually, this message box actually confirm returns confirm returns true on OK. Confirm returns false on cancel. That means if you click OK, that means it will be true. If you say cancel, then it will be false. That means they clicked OK or cancel. How to know? How to know whether they clicked OK or cancel? See what I am doing. I have to capture the result of this confirm. To capture the result of that confirm, I am declaring a flag. Remember, flag is just a word using a variable. Later we are going to learn variables. You can use any name. Just flag means, do you want to continue or not? That is what we are technically telling. But you can use any word, X, Y, Z, anything. I am just using flag. Flag. This flag contains true or false. Then we have to write a small condition like this. If flag is equal to true, double equal is to compare. Is it true or not? If it is equal to true, what should happen? If it is equal to true, that means they clicked OK. If they clicked OK, what I will do? I will put an alert saying that record deleted. Record deleted successfully. This message will come. Else, what should happen? Else indicates what should happen if they click cancel. If they click cancel, what should happen? Alert. We will put a message cancelled. We will put a message you cancelled, right? That means now what is difference between alert and confirm? Alert always okay, but confirm you can cancel. So, but confirm will not do any cancel work until or unless you write for cancel. That means simply click cancel, it will not cancel. Cancel and work okay will work only when you write logic for that. How to write the logic for okay and cancel? First, you have to capture the result of confirm. You have to store the result of confirm. What the confirm result will do? It will return true or false. If it is true, delete it. If it is false, then cancel. Right? You see now, when I will refresh. I click delete button and you see I click OK. Or first I will click cancel. Then it says you cancel. That means on cancel, it is saying you cancel. Okay. Similarly, I click delete. If I click OK, then it says record deleted successfully. That means we have two works to do. One work on OK, another work on cancel. So for that, you have to write logic like this. You have to write logic. That means we have to compare. That means you have to capture the result of confirm and compare You have to capture the result of confirm and compare. That means what you have to do syntactically, I am using a flag confirm, and in that your message. Now what flag will do? Flag equal to true. So when it will be true on OK. Flag will be false. When it will be false on cancel. That I am giving you here as an example. This is an example for that. That means we have two important options. We have alert and we have confirm. So in the alert is one important output technique, and another output technique is confirm, right? But remember, alert, confirm are showing in the pop-up. But for example, sometimes people ask, like, instead of cancel, can I put a cross button? Can I put a cross button instead of cancel? Instead of okay, can I put yes, no words? You can't. Confirm will give only okay and cancel. Those buttons text you cannot change. Then generally sometimes websites will give like yes, no. That is not confirm. That is model. If you remembered, in Bootstrap we designed model. Na? That means we can design our own confirm like screens. Means many times people ask, can I change the colors? Can I change the font style of this box? Can I change the size of the fonts in this box? You can't change. You can't change. Then how to show like that? By using your own conforms. How to design our own conform? By using Bootstrap. By using Bootstrap, we can create our own conforms. We can create our own conforms. We can write our own functions. I will show you how to do that. Means how we can design our own conforms. Right. First, this one I will give an example here. Let's give an example here. Copy this. This is an example already given. Right. This is conform. Now let's see how to design another example, custom conform box. Custom conform box, that means our own conform box. How we can design our own conform box, let's see. But for that you need complete Bootstrap. That means let's design. Already you know how to get complete Bootstrap. To get complete Bootstrap, link, relation, style sheet, href, node modules, Bootstrap, CSS, bootstrap.css, bootstrap.css, and link relation is a style sheet and href. So node modules, bootstrap icons, font, bootstrap icons.css, all these things. Now in the body section, because we have to use models, script source is equal to node modules dist jquery.js. You know what scripts you need, and node modules bootstrap dist js bootstrap bundle.js. Okay, now here we will put a class, so container fluid, and here we will put a div and a class some margin top 2, and we will put a button delete. So class, so btn and btn danger, and below this we will put, and we will put a class model, and you know id as delete. And how to design a model, we know class model dialog, right? Inside the model dialog we need a class, what is it, model content. In that we have a div, what is it, model header. Inside model header we have a heading, so simply delete record, something like this. A button class btn close, and below that we have a div, the class model body, and here we will put a paragraph. So record, are you sure, are you sure want to delete, this message we will give. And here we will put a div and a class as model footer. In model footer we have two buttons, so and btn and btn primary, and we say yes, and we will have another button class btn and btn some danger, we will say no, right? So that means now this model should open when they click delete button, right? On delete button we have to use data bs target. Target is hash data bs toggle. Toggle is equal to model. This is the design. And I click on delete button. Let's keep this model as fade, little bit animated. Now I click on delete button, it will open like this. This is not alert, or this is not conform. This is our own. Then you can put your own font, your own colors, your own backgrounds. You can put a picture inside it. Now the challenging point is, on yes, one logic you have to write. On no, another logic you have to write. Important, on yes and on no, in both phases it should close. So first we will achieve that. So it should close, right? That means btn close. What is it? Data BS dismiss. Dismiss is equal to model. Okay. The same thing we will write for this also. That means on S also it should close, on no also it should close, but it should say. That means here for this button, we will write on click is yes click. For this button, we will write on click. On click is equal to no click. Now we have to write two functions in the script. Here we have to write two functions in the script. Function yes click. On yes click, what happened? Alert. I will put a message record deleted successfully. This message will come. So there is another function. What is it? No click. On no click, we will put an alert saying that so you cancelled. You cancelled. This message will come. Now you see here. So here I click on delete, and you see I click on no. I click on no. Then it says you cancelled. And okay, it is cancelled. Now I click delete. I click yes. If I click yes, it says record deleted successfully. Okay, then it is closed. That means you can design your own box. For that, you have to use your knowledge of Bootstrap. Now, important is this is custom conform box. Custom conform box. And before that, you have another option. You can use document.write. I will use that now. Document.write is nothing but actually it is used to display output on new screen. Alert and confirm will display output on same window, but this document.write is used to display output on new screen. Actually, you can use markup for output. Markup for output means you can use headings, paragraphs, anything for output. That means what you can do syntactically, you can write document.write. You can put simply your message, right? You can put simply your message, or you can write document.write. You can put your markup. That means paragraphs, headings, divs, everything you can design the markup you want. That means see what I am doing now. Instead of alert, see, if yes clicked, what should happen? I will simply put like this here. If yes clicked, document.write. Document.write is also an output function. It will display output on a new screen. As a record deleted, I will put here a bold. I will put italic. I will say record deleted. Record deleted successfully. This message should come. Bold close and italic close. You can add colors, everything, whatever you want. You can define font, color, everything. As of now, this is fine. And here I will put an option again. Document.write. I will simply put you cancel. You cancelled, I just kept in a normal way. You cancelled. That means what is this document write? Observe, delete. I click yes, then automatically it will show like this, record deleted successfully. That means output is displayed on a new screen. Remember, only new screen, not new page. That means this screen will be there until you refresh. Once the new or the old screen will come. This is just to display output on a new screen. If I say no, then it will say you cancelled. If I say yes, then it will say record deleted successfully. That means we don't want to confuse the users. We want to display directly on a new screen so that he can see on a new screen that it is done. then better we can use document.write. That means along with custom confirm box, we are using document.write. Document.write. Example like this. Sample program. Now remember, here we are not using alert or confirm. We are designing our own. Then your colors, your images, you can put whatever you want inside it because they are all divs containers. So this is a custom box. So what are the output? We have confirm, we have alert, and we have document.write. Document.write. Another very important, this console you means this is not for general users. This is for developer. Console is nothing but what is this console actually? So we have console options. I will give console options. Generally better to say console methods. So console is nothing but console is a tool. Console is a tool provided in every browser. Is a tool provided in every browser. So you can open developer tools and go to console category. Go to developer tools. Developer tools means, developer tools means what? Right click and inspect. These are called developer tools. In developer tools, you can go to this console. Actually provides options to test your JavaScript. You see, it is showing an arrow that is called terminal. From here, you can test all your JavaScript. Generally, this is not for clients. This is for developer. What developer will do is, before implementing anything in JavaScript, first he need to test whether it is working fine or not. He can test here. For example, see, I can simply test alert and I can put message and hit enter. You can see it will show here. That means before implementing any program, you can test it here. Suppose I entered x equal to 10, y is equal to 20, x equal to z is equal to x plus y. So after that, you see 30 will come. These kind of testing functionality, everything is done in this console. Actually, console is used by developers to view the results, to the errors, to view the problems, warnings, everything you can come and display here. If you are writing a program, if any errors are there, if any warnings are there, they come in console. Generally, developers use this console to show error messages, to show warnings, so that other developers can see that and they can correct the logic. This is mostly used for testing. In reality, we don't use a log because console doc is not visible to users directly. Nobody will come here and see the console. Okay. So how to write console C? Just what you have to do is here, I'm just showing here. When yes clicked, it is showing this message. Not only showing this message, I want to put some message for developer. Then I will put here console dot. You can use warn or you can use error. Actually, warn, error, these are nothing but icon styles, different icon styles. That means all are used to display message only, but it will give a red stop mark. What warning will do? Exclamation in yellow mark. Colors, icons will change. That's it. So if I say console error, so delete confirmed. That message I am defining. Okay. On no click, what happens? Console warning, delete cancelled. This message should come like that. You observe carefully Now you have to open the console and check the console here. You check the console here. You click on delete. You click on delete. Now you see I click on yes. Then it will show delete confirmed in red. This is error style. This is error style. And observe now, suppose I am using delete, no, it will show in warning style, delete cancel. All are displayed in console only. Only the one will be in warning style, one will be in error style, another one will be debug style. Every style have some icons, some colors. Just like you learned contextual in Bootstrap. Same like that, here we have a lot of console methods. All are same. What are those? Console.log, console.error, console.warn, console.debug, console. So what else you have? Info. You all these options are there. If all these are there as contextual, like text warning, text danger, text info, all such things are available actually. So console methods, they are used to display message in the developer tools. So this is not for clients. Okay, for clients we can go with other techniques. Just I will put a syntax here. Just console.log and message, or you can say console.error, can put some message. Like this we can add all the options and define them. These are console methods, right? Next important, I don't want to display message on a new screen. I want to show on the same screen, in the same page. I want to display message in the same page. Then in the same page, where you want to display message, decide the location first. Where you want to display the message, decide the location. Suppose I want to display the message after this div. I will put another div. Okay, in this I will put class text center, margin top as some 2. In this div, I will put a heading. In this heading, I want to display message. You can put a heading, you can put a span, you can put a div, anything. That means I want to display inside these containers. Inside this container, you can keep any container, span, div, paragraph, heading, how you want to display. So I want to display in this heading 2. Heading 2. Is it having any ID? It is not having any ID. Without ID, can we access it? We can access it. We can use query selector now. By using query selector, we can access and use it. So what should happen here is, when delete clicked, yes clicked, I want to display message in heading. How to access heading? Document dot query selector. Query selector. What is that? H2. We have only one heading, so you can use it. Otherwise, put an ID, right? Okay. Heading. Inside heading, how to display? It is a container. Na? In a container, suppose if it is a text box, then we have value. If it is image, then we have src or alt, right? But if it is a heading, inside heading, inside paragraph, inside any empty container, how to display? We can use inner text. We can use inner text. We can use inner HTML. We can use outer HTML. I will tell you difference between all the three. First, I am using inner text. I am using inner text. Inner text, what message you want to show? Inner text is equal to, I will say, record deleted successfully. This message should come. What should happen on no click? No click, document dot query selector, Document dot query selector. I will use here, I will use heading and inner text, inner text I am using. So you cancel, this message should come, right? Now see what will happen here. When I click on delete here, I click on delete, click yes, then it shows the message there itself on the page. But here, one more option is there. What is it? So query selector, we are displaying that message here. One more point is that we have to save this, yeah, because in this error message console, yeah, delete. So yes, so that message once check heading is here na, H2 only na, so it should display where we went wrong. I think this button is placed. Delete, yes, it's working fine. Let's check where we went wrong. Document query selector heading 2. Is there any heading to another one? Yes, we have a lot of heading tools na, that is problem, huh? We will do one thing, because here we have used heading 2 again, right? That is the problem. So we should put a unique ID for. Let's put MSG. Okay, now how we can access? We cannot use query selector now. What we should use? Document dot get element by ID. What is the ID? MSG. Why? Because we are using the same heading, so we cannot use query selector. Get element by ID. What is it? MSG. Okay, that is fine now. Now let's run this and see. You click on delete. I click on yes. It should display that deleted successfully. In the same page, the message will be displayed. I click on delete and I click on no to cancel. Means we don't want to display on new screen. We want to display on the same page. In the same page, you can display anywhere. You can display heading, div, span, anywhere. For example, see, it's not necessary that it should be a heading only. Suppose I will put a paragraph here, P, but ID is same. That means now what happens when I click on delete and click, a paragraph will come. Heading have separate style, paragraph don't have that. But observe carefully, this is the point. What is difference between inner text and inner HTML? If I put inner HTML in this, I can put markup also. Inner HTML will allow markup, inner text will not. Inner text will not. Here I will put this text as B, that is bold, I italic, then close B and close italic. Same I want to show for this also. I will use B and italic and close bold and close italic also. Now observe carefully, what is difference between inner HTML and inner text? You can click no, inner text cannot display the markup. That means inner text is what type? RC data type. Inner text is RC data type, but inner HTML, it can display bold italic. So what is difference between these two things? We have inner HTML and inner text. Actually, these are the output properties used for any container, like heading, like paragraph, like div, like span, like data definition, am I right? Like table, cell, anywhere, wherever you can show some text, anywhere you can put this and display. But what is difference? Inner HTML allows markup, allows markup. Inner text is RC data type. RC data type. That means markup not allowed. Markup not allowed. Allowed. It will display as plain text. That is the difference between inner HTML and inner text. We have inner HTML and we have inner text. Inner HTML can display this, and inner text can display plain. These are the points about inner HTML and inner text. I will copy that and paste. And you will see this is an example for inner HTML and inner text. Same example, just some changes we have done. Now, very important, what is this outer HTML? Actually, suppose I am using, see, already there is a paragraph. Okay. Now here what I am doing is record deleted successfully. I will print in a heading. So heading 2. In heading 2, I want to print that message. Now what happens is this heading is printed inside this paragraph. Heading is printed inside the paragraph. Observe carefully here. Let's go to the design, go to inspect, go to elements category. In elements category, body, in that text paragraph. Observe that paragraph there. I click on delete and I click on yes. Then inside the paragraph, inside this paragraph, heading will come. Why inside paragraph heading? Use either paragraph or a heading. That means there is no sense like inside paragraph you are printing a heading. Either print heading or print paragraph. So that means this becomes heavy for elements, because you are necessarily using a heading or unnecessarily you are using a paragraph. If your intention is to print in paragraph, directly print in paragraph. If your intention is to print in heading, directly print in heading. So what we have to do is we have to replace. So you have to replace this paragraph and put this heading only. We have to replace and put the heading only. Then how we can replace and put the heading only? Instead of using inner HTML, we can use simply outer HTML. Use outer HTML, then what it will do is, it will not print this heading inside this paragraph. It will replace that paragraph with heading. Now you can see the design. Currently we have paragraph. I click on delete and I click on yes. Then automatically paragraph is deleted. Heading is there. That's good. Otherwise, unnecessarily elements will increase. There is no use also. That means in a paragraph displaying a heading, no use. That becomes heavy on application. That is the reason we use outer HTML. What is difference between inner HTML, outer HTML? So what is outer HTML? So what inner HTML and inner text will do? Inner HTML will do, right? Not inner text, because inner text will not allow markup. What inner HTML do? Inner HTML can display the markup in the existing markup. That means it keeps the parent container and adds markup markup as child, right? As child. But what outer HTML can do? Outer HTML can replace the markup, can replace the markup. That is what outer HTML is. So example for this is this. This is one simple example to understand how the outer HTML works. Remember, so generally the basic output techniques are this. Later, when JavaScript you are proceeding to next levels, you will learn some more techniques. So as of now, the basic techniques regularly used: alert, conform, document write, console, inner HTML, outer HTML, and inner text. Right? Out of this, which one is best? Nothing like that. Which one is best? Nothing like that. Why? Because that depends on the requirements. That means sometimes we need alert, sometimes we need conform, sometimes we need to design our own. You have seen our own also. Without this, we can design our own. By using a model, we created our own pop-ups and displayed that. These are all the output techniques, how we can handle the output. Now, the next important is we need to understand how we can handle the JavaScript input techniques. JavaScript input techniques, that means how you can provide value input. There are two options. One, you can use prompt. You can use prompt. Another, you can use form elements. Form input elements like radios, text box, checkbox, all these you can use for input. That means how user can provide input to application. Two options are there. We can provide input through prompt, or we can provide input through input elements, form input elements. Prompt is very limited. Prompt is simple. What is prompt? Prompt is nothing but prompt. Actually, it is used to display. It is used to display an input box in browser. It is used to display an input box in browser. And very important is input box will accept a string input. Will accept a string input. That means suppose you want password, you want numbers, you want sliders, you want radio buttons, it will not have that. That means input is provided only simple plain string. Input is provided as simple plain string. But what we can do is we can accept the input and we can use it. For example, when to use it? When to use it, I will tell you. For example, let's create a small screen here. That means when to use the prompt. I'm giving input.html and here let's create a simple one. Doc type HTML head title. I said input, and in the body section, I will say create new folder. Just like this I'm giving. And if I say create new folder, for folder they have to give a name. Then how to take name from them? If I give a text box, input type is equal to text, and I put a button here, create, like this. Now it looks okay. It looks okay. Now create new folder, you can enter name and click create. But creating folder is not regular task. That means we will not do this every day. Then if you are not doing this every day, every time, then designing a screen for it is waste. That means if this is not regularly done, why you are wasting time, wasting space on your website? You are designing a screen and blocking that screen for this functionality, and you are saying that this is not regular. If this is not regular, why you kept on screen? That's not good. That means you see in your Google Drive, you can upload files. You can create a new folder and upload files into folder. Once you create, at the time you want to create a new folder, when you say, I want a new folder, they will pop up a message, enter folder name. Why? Because creating folder is not daily task. If it is not daily task, waste of screen. So what you do is better, you can simply put one simple button, create new folder. That's it. You can simply put one button, or you can simply put as a link. You know, we have link relation, style sheet, href is equal to, node modules, bootstrap, dist CSS, and bootstrap.css. What I will do here, I will just put like this, class as container fluid, and here I will put an option, class btn and btn link. If I use like, it looks like an ordinary link. And when I click on this, now you can ask to enter the name. That means what we will do is we will put on click. That means create click. Okay. Let's write a function for that. We will write a script and we will write a function. What is it? Create click. On create click, I will enter prompt. Prompt will ask enter folder name. That means now you see here, when I click here, a prompt will come like this. But what is problem? Only one text box will come. Suppose I want two text boxes, no chance. If I want small text box, no chance. If I want radio button and text box, no chance. If I want password, not clear, no chance. Because everything you type is clear here. That means this is only for plain string input. But if you want others, you have to design your own forms. You have to design your own forms. Here only this. But this is enough. If you want to take only name, if you want to take only string, then this is enough. But the question here, when you click OK, remember so many consequences will be there. When you click OK, what should happen? When you click what should happen, there are so many consequences. Actually, later we will learn those consequences, because for that you have to learn conditions. When you learn conditions, you can handle all consequences. As of now, OK, cancel, two options are there. When you click OK, that means whatever you entered inside this name, you see, actually prompt contains message, and it contains default value also. It contains default value. That means you see here, I am canceling this. Okay. You see here, I can put default value. Default value means new underscore name, something. That means whenever I click create new folder, it contains that value. That means we don't want empty. We want some name inside it. Then you can keep that name, or you can replace it. But by default, I want some name inside it, that by using this technique. But here the point is, whatever entered inside it, we have to collect and store in a reference. So suppose name is equal to this. That means I will give reasonably folder name is equal to this. That means whatever they have entered, it will be stored in folder name. I will just put a message, document.write. I will just put a message, folder created. Okay, created by which name? I have to add this name also. That means for this string plus folder name. Plus folder name means it will add that new name you have entered. Now you see, create new folder, I say music, then it says folder created music. But this is only one message, right? So you can keep anything you want, you can configure anything you want. For example, suppose I will put here, instead of create folder name, so enter your name. Enter your name. That means here I will define enter name. Enter, and here I am just defining a message, defining a message hello and that name. That means now you see when I click enter your name, so I say John, then it says hello John. That means we can take input from the user and you can use that input. But here, so the point is, if I click cancel, then it will return null, right? Generally, when you click cancel in confirm, it returns false, but here it will null. That is the reason I told you what is null and all these you will learn later. No need to worry about that. As of now, you need to understand what is prompt. What is the purpose of prompt? To take input from the user. But it have a lot of consequences which you will learn later stage. No worry about that now. So without entering anything, you click OK, then it will take empty. Whatever the name you entered inside it, it will take that name and it will display. How to handle various situations you will learn later. For that we need to learn null conditions and all, so many things are there. As of now, this is one concept of how to take input from the user. But is it enough for complex input? No. Suppose I want username, password, age, so many details we want to collect and use them, then we have to design. That means we generally handle the input by using form. Now we have to learn how to create a form, take input from the form and use that data. That we will see in our next session, right? This is enough for today, right? If you can do this, then tomorrow is very big concept, because we are going to design a form with interactions. Earlier you learnt in HTML only how to design form. Collect the data from the form and you will use the data. That means previously we just designed form. Now we will collect the data from the form and we will use it. How to handle that we will see, right? How we can handle that. Tomorrow we will see. In tomorrow's class, we will discuss about how to use form input elements, right? Yeah.